the things that you need to look at before you make such a big step of getting married, because marriage is not something to rush over. It's not something that you just, look at the few things that won't even add anything into the marriage,
Yes.
So you need to look at these things that we are about to say to you, to say before you get into the marriage covenant, because we are avoiding the issue of people getting married and sooner they just get divorced because they overlooked. You see, that's the word, overlooked.
Journey, a beautiful life to share. It's a testimony. It's a beautiful journey, a beautiful life to share.
Hello family, welcome back again on our YouTube channel. This is the RAFAPA'S family. My name is Sidi.
I am the husband again, Mr. RAFAPA.
Yes, thank you guys for watching our videos. Thank you for subscribing. It really means a lot to me. I guess even to my husband it means
definitely.
a lot.
When I see your comments, guys, when I see your engagement, I see people love our channel.
Yes.
There are so many people that are following and engaging. We read the comments and and sometimes would also appreciate it if maybe there are areas that you want us to touch. You can put it down there on the comments to say, touch this area, how do you handle it? And then we will see how we work around that.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Keep on subscribing and put the notification bell there so that every time we post a video it can notify you.
Yes. If you are still new here, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. If you really love our videos, you can even share with others. So today we have another topic. Mr. Rafa will be the one telling us what's the topic because of he's there of the he loves, as I've said in our first videos, you remember saying Horo, you're the one who really were pushing this YouTube channel. So he loves talking about these things because of he really believes that they're gonna change people, gonna change someone, and gonna really have an impact into their lives,
especially of young people. So today we will be addressing people who are in a relationship, people who are in a courtship, but they are looking into taking a step into the marriage, right?
Okay.
So we want to actually guide you on the things that you need to look at before you make such a big step of getting married, because marriage is not something to rush over. It's not something that you just, look at the few things that won't even add anything into the marriage,
Yes.
So you need to look at these things that we are about to say to you, to say before you get into the marriage covenant, because we are avoiding the issue of people getting married and sooner they just get divorced because they overlooked. You see, that's the word, overlooked some areas that are of great importance, and they will actually add so much value into your marriage. So the first that you need to look at, as I said, I'm going to speak from a Christian point of view. Okay,
I hear you want to pick up the points that we'll be talking about, but there's just one question that I want to ask. What are the things? Are the things that you're going to be mentioning here, or what? What are the things that you really looked like when you proposed me? What are the things that you looked at to say, I think this one is the one? Okay,
first I'll be honest. The first thing is that you are beautiful.
Okay.
Yes, I got charmed, but more than being charmed, I think that's the first thing. You need to be with a person that when you look at the person, you feel fulfilled. That is what will make you not to even look into other people when you're in the mall. Bare ho ile KFC or Odile Mola, your menu is still coming. forget about what other people are ordering. I get yours is coming. Yes. So I loved her and I saw that she was beautiful and no man. But more than that, okay. I checked her character. She was someone who fears the Lord. She was someone who believes in the same God that I believe in, and more than believing in the same God that I believe in, believes in the same values, because this is a person that, was under my teachings and has absorbed those teachings, and I saw those teachings reflected in her character.
Okay.
You see, so those were the things. So it was actually, your beauty was even a bonus, because character is the most important thing. However, people say, "But hey, don't look at the outside." But
yeah, there are a lot of people. Lena once had someone saying that already. They're saying, they will tell you don't look on the outside, but most of their wives, the outside contribute. I can put it like that.
Yeah. So character. So the first point that we're going to look at is marry a person who fears God.
Okay. Yeah, it's very much important to make sure that you marry a person who fears the Lord, because also from my side, the reason I accepted you is because of I've seen how you fear the Lord, and it's a broad topic, because it's not about a person who is a Christian, or it's not a person who just goes to church. It needs to be beyond that. It needs to be a person who really, really loves and fears the Lord, because you know that you are protected. Before him comes the Lord first. So if he doesn't fear the God, it's going to be very difficult for you to submit under that person.
Yeah.
Because of now, he will be doing a lot of things that are outside the will of God. And when I, as a wife, because of you don't have the authority, it will be very hard for you to live a life of God, how you're supposed to live as a child of God, because of the person that you are under doesn't fear the Lord. So it's very, very much important, as the Bible also says that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So if you really, really fear God in your relationship, so that means that it's wisdom by itself, and it means now you have the wisdom of God. Your relationship will be guided because of you fear God. It means whatever that God gives you, the understanding and the wisdom, it's very easy to apply it in your marriage, to apply it in your life.
Yeah. So the fear of God without compromise. Marry a person who fears the Lord. And then number 2, we're going to look at compatibility.
Yeah, that one you love it, eh?
I love it a lot, because it's what destroys relationships. It's what destroys marriages. It's what brings friction between couples, between any relationship, You need to marry a person whom you are compatible with. By compatibility, I mean you will not be exactly the same with that person, but your characters should not hurt each other.
Yeah.
The things you love should not disturb another person. You see that? If I love, I always give this example. Me and my wife, we do not love movies, right? And in us not loving movies, it does not feel like a gap not going to cinema. You see that? We can spend the whole, month not watching TV, and we feel nothing about it. We feel nothing about it.
Yeah.
So even to pay the DSTV, I think it's for kids. Basically, it's not, because I don't watch. I will not stand or sit on the couch and watch TV and commit my time to that. It for me, it does not work. You see that? So, but let's say she loves movies. She enjoys TV. She enjoys movies. And sometimes, as a wife, you want to
do those things with you.
Yes, and you find that it's something that I don't enjoy.
And it's not like you're trying if I can put it like that. It's just not in you.
It's not in me.
Yeah, but I think with compatibility, we once spoke about it in our previous videos.
Yeah, so compatibility is very, very, very important. You cannot be a church person and you want to date a person of clubs. And then another one goes to church. Another one goes to taverns. Another one goes to church.
And most of the time, it's bad when it comes to women, because of if the husband is the one who goes to church, to tavern, so it means that you going to church, the options are so minimal, because of he won't allow you to always be at church. He won't believe in what you believe in.
Yeah, especially with all-night prayer, you know. But if there's an all-night prayer, then me, I take my wife, we go to an all-night prayer, we pray together, you know. And then if you love clubs, get someone who loves clubs like you, so that when you go to clubs, you go together. And another one is at church, another one is at club. That one, when he's worshiping at church, is seeing the other one there, is imagining that one in the club.
It's not good.
So the peace, the most important thing in marriage is peace. You need to have peace in with yourself, with your partner, and avoid thinking of what if the person is cheating? What if there are signs, you know, that, and the signs of cheating, they are usually ignored in the stage of relationship. If a person is cheating, they cannot hide it forever. There are things that will attest that this person, something is wrong. The phone, you can't access it. The what is answering the phone secretly and so forth. Then it brings doubt. Don't ignore those signs. Don't marry a person who makes you feel like that. Until you are really sure that you are with the right person. Because in the days we live in, you can easily get sick. You can easily get disrespected when you are with a person who's not disciplined.
That's why courtship is very important. It's
so
very important.
the second thing, as we said, make sure that you are compatible. And then looking at the third thing, you must be mature. I think I think we touched on that when you spoke about the character must be very stable, and the person must fear God, because then you know you are protected. I remember you mentioned something like that. So make sure that you are with a person who's mature in the things of God. Not just born again. As long as the person has prayed salvation prayer, or is born again, you know, before you marry a person, make sure that he's born again. It does not end there. The person must be matured in the ways of God, especially a man, so that he can be able to lead you in the right direction. And then we go to number 4.
Financial stability. I think in our previous videos we touched on that. A bit on that, we can touch that. Financial stability. Now we are talking about marriage. Now when you are preparing yourself to get married, you guys make sure it's best when, because of now, I'm still going to repeat the verse that says, you are going to be together, but a husband shall leave, the wife shall leave the family and be with the husband. So it means now, where are you going if you don't have a way forward, if you are not financially stable? So it doesn't mean that you need to have millions in your bank account, but with what you have, financial stability is very much important. With what you have, do you think you are ready to take the responsibilities that comes in your life? Are you able to live with what you have? So it's very much important to make sure that you guys, there's something that you do in life.
So marriage needs money.
It needs money,
because you're gonna have children in marriage. Those children, they need to be taken care of. If you want your children to go to good schools, the good schools won't come free. If you want your children to have beautiful things, the beautiful things won't come free. If you want your partner to look good, if you want your home to look good, now you'll be living as a couple. You need to eat. So those are the factors, you know, that you should not ignore. As long as we have prayed and people get in marriage and they suffer financially, because
it can bring disagreement in the relationship.
Yeah, because if I take her out of a family where she was well taken care of, I need to have a plan on how I'm going to continue on that, you see? And that is what is most important. Don't marry when you're not financially stable. Make sure that you become financially stable before you get married.
Yes.
And then the last thing is going to be goals and the visions that you have for the future. Yeah, you marry a person that you know that both of you have got goals. Even as individuals, as an individual, the person must have their own goals. That again, now you are not married. The person must.
You find me with goals.
Yes, the person must have goals, and then you also must have goals. And then when you combine, you must both have common goals that you want to achieve as a couple. I don't know.
Yes, have the vision. Where are you going as a couple? What are your plans?
Yeah, don't marry because
you agree. Again, as my husband said, I have my own goals and he also have his own goals. But with the vision, with the plans that we have together, do you agree on those plans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't marry because of worry. The person is beautiful. The person has got a nice body, or the person is driving a big car, or the person has got no.
It's not really. Those are the last things. It's just some.
Because prepare yourself, guys. For
spices to add on, but it's not really something that you really need to focus on.
Yeah. For example, you can marry a lady with a tiny, nice body, right? And then she gets in marriage, she becomes a mother, she becomes pregnant. Usually, most of the women after pregnancy, you see the body starting to take another form. You see, how are you going to deal with that if your focus was short-sighted? You were looking at that nice body that
thing that made you to be with that person is no longer there.
Yes. So now the body now is a little bit expanding, and now taking another form. So how are you going to handle that? You need to love the person for who they are. What if the person becomes blind? What if we fall into an accident that ends?
What if the person has money and there's some other things of life? It just happens that person faces some financial problems. Are you still going to stick with the person? Are you still going to love the person at the same time? Because of those things are no longer there.
Yeah, the things that attracted you, that inspired your decision to get married, they are no more. Then what now becomes your ground on staying in that marriage? So it's very important. Don't forget those things that we mentioned. They're gonna help you in your marriage. And just to add on the last, I think this one we can get more into it when we are talking to the married people. Avoid also. The reason I'm saying it now is because I don't want you to get in marriage and make this mistake. Because once you make this mistake, you cannot reverse it. Don't get your family members involved into the affairs of your marriage. It's a dangerous thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Living with the RAFAPA'S.